What's up, guys? Another good evening here. Just finished watching a great game between the Chiefs and the Browns. I, I'm going to put it out there. I know everyone's going to talk about the play. Could have been called either way. Definitely thought there was definitely a helmet-to-helmet hit, so you could call that. Part of the fumble to be a touchback. Not really sure, but I can't tell from my angle, but definitely should have been a helmet-to-helmet hit, ball at the goal line. You would think that the three tries they could get it in there, possibly four. But yeah, so that's what we're going to go with there. Tonight I got my man Kaleb Fossum out of the University of Nevada, wide receiver, coming on. Let's get him on.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw that you're a part of this family, I got really excited because I've been watching college football since I think since I knew how to watch TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I saw you when you were playing for Washington State at that time.
Okay.
I said, man, that guy's gonna be something special. You were returning kicks or something, and you returned one game. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, man, that guy's gonna be special. And
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
yeah, man. So when I saw the name pop up, and Brandy said, "Why are you so excited?" I said, "Well, I know that name."
That's awesome.
And so I cheered for you, and then I knew you moved to Nevada, which I didn't know you had transferred there. Then when I saw the game, I was like, "Oh, that's the same guy." So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, this is like a starstruck moment for me. So you have to excuse
Oh,
me.
no, thank you, man. I really, really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate the support and you following me, man. It means a lot.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad that you're still at it, and if anybody's more deserving of going into getting a shot at the league, is definitely you, man.
Thank you.
You've overcome some things, and you've never let it deter you. You just keep coming back.
Thank you. Thank you, man. That means a lot for real. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I really, like I said, I'm excited that I'm actually getting a chance to do this interview with you. Probably the highlight of my Sunday. I was like, man, just watched a pretty good football game just now, and when I said, you know what, that still ain't gonna top this interview I'm about to do. That's how
Oh,
excited
wow.
I was about it. So, uh,
Thank you. Thank you.
normally what I do when I get on here, I normally ask the same question I ask everybody.
Okay.
So, why football?
Yeah, football, man. I guess it's just kind of an outlet for me. Like my whole life, I grew up, started playing when I was probably what, like 5 or 6. And it's funny because where I'm at now, when I first started playing football, I was super slow. I had decent hand-eye coordination. I could catch, but I was so slow. So I played center like my first 2 years. And then I went to my dad and I was like, man, I really want to play receiver or quarterback or something because I could throw. I played baseball. And he's like, well, we got to get fast, man. We got to train. So I went out with my dad every single day and ran and did drills. And we didn't really back in the time we didn't really have a lot of trainers and stuff out here. So we looked up everything on YouTube, trying to get everything we can. And my dad did a lot for me to help me to get to where I'm at. But just at a young age, that kind of mindset and blue collar work ethic was instilled. So I fell in love with football the day I started playing it. So
Yeah, I never shared this with anybody, but truthfully, I was actually scared to get hit.
yeah, yeah.
Was the biggest thing for me. I didn't like it. I was like, man, I wish I could quit.
It takes a while to get used to that, man, and that's probably why few people, reach the top 1% because of stuff like that. It's just that mentality and that mindset of getting hit and keep coming back harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, I think the first hit I actually took, I got a stinger, so that really freaked me out.
Oh yeah, yeah, down the neck and in the shoulder. Yeah, man, those days
I
were
was
tough.
done. I was done after that. I was like, no, I don't want to play anymore. So since you were playing, you were a younger guy, and since you were like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Any sports heroes, anybody that you looked up to or you watched on TV, and you're like, man, I want to be like that guy.
Absolutely. I mean, probably my dad used to show me a lot of old tape of guys like Barry Sanders and Earl Campbell and those hard nosed guys. And but I grew up a Viking fan, and when I was a little kid, Adrian Peterson was kind of coming up, obviously, and man, he kind of had the blueprint. And I remember ESPN came out with an issue, and they did an interview with Adrian Peterson, and he said, if there's one thing you would one piece of advice you'd give to little kids trying to make the NFL, what would it be? And he said, run hills every day. So that day forward, me and my dad went to this hill down the street, this big grass hill, and we ran that every single day. So Adrian Peterson kind of instilled that for me and kind of helped me look up to somebody. And then nowadays it's more like a Julian Edelman, Cole Beasley, slot type of receiver. But yeah, I have a lot of guys that I like to follow and look at.
Yeah, I actually saw in one of your things you put Ryan Switzer as one of your guys that you like.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was coaching I live in West Virginia, and
oh wow,
I was coaching football back when he was in high school up here or down the way.
Yeah.
And he actually played one of our teams that was supposedly really good at the time. And he just came and it was like a whole different animal out there.
Yeah.
And the team he was playing was no slouch. I mean, they've won like state championships like 6 years in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So watching him come out there and just basically making everyone look like they couldn't catch him was amazing. I was like,
no, Switzer, man, he was different, and he was in college when I was in high school, so I wore number 3, and then when I got a hold of Switzer and watching his film, I was like, man, I want to be like that guy. And he rocked the one sleeve. I started rocking the one sleeve, and he was a little white dude in the slot, so I looked up to him a lot, man. And the fact that he got to make it gave me a lot of confidence that, like, man, if he can do it, and he's a stud. He's different than me. He's got some quickness, man. But I was like, if he can do it, man, I can do it. So he gave me a lot of hope and a lot of motivation to pursue this dream.
Yeah, he definitely had that one first step. And I told everybody when I watched him at North Carolina, once he got on the open, you weren't catching.
Oh no, he has a second and then a third gear, man. He's got it for sure.
That's for sure. But I mean, if you're going to emulate anyone, that's a good one to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you say is your favorite sports movie?
Damn, sports movie. I got a couple. I used to watch Friday Night Lights, the movie, like every Thursday before a football game. So Friday Night Lights was kind of the OG for me. And then moving forward to college, my roommate McLean Mannix was from Midland, Texas, and his dad was actually on that Permian team.
Wow.
So I got a lot of insight on that. That was really cool. That was kind of a full circle moment. And then actually, I've watched that movie so many times, I recognized the ref's face, the referee at the end of the game, the championship. He's reffing the game in the movie. And I was playing at Nevada. We were playing San Diego State, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this ref, and I'm like, man, he looks familiar. So I went over there. I was like, hey, sir, were you in Friday Night Lights, the movie? And he's like, yes, I was. And I was like, oh my God. So my life kind of came full circle a little bit because I love Friday Night Lights, and I met a lot of people that kind of knew about it. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was the one movie that I thought was like, okay, great movie. And then they were like, oh, we're going to turn it into a TV show. And I was like, no, don't do that. You're going to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the TV show, but the movie's just.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah, you can't change it.
Down. It's one of those ones that you can just watch anytime. You're like, you know what? I want to be inspired.
Absolutely.
So who's your favorite team now? Are you rocking anybody or favorite athlete you're following now?
I mean, athlete-wise, it'd probably just like Julian Edelman, Cole Beasley, Danny Amendola, those slot type guys, true slots, just great route running, getting open, finding holes. As far as team, I'm a fan of whoever's going to be a fan of me, man. At the next level, if someone needs a slot, that's the team I'm going to be rocking. But yeah, I grew up a Viking fan, but right now, man, I really just love the game of football and watching good football.
That's right. Cool. When you're working out and you're getting ready for games, or what are you listening to? What's on your playlist?
Yeah, man, I've had a huge perspective and mindset switch these last couple of years. I used to be the guy that was in the middle, all rowdy, getting everybody fired up, and but I used to kind of put that show on for people because I don't like getting too high before games. I don't like getting too amped up. So lately, man, I kind of switched to like a reggae, kind of solid little vibe. And then now recently I either do no music or I just kind of do like a meditative music to kind of just get me into like my zen, into my little zone to help me relax and just realize, man, I'm out here to have fun. And this is a game, and have fun and hard work and preparation, because that music isn't going to be there during the game, so you get all amped up and then it goes away. So for me, it's kind of like get my mind right. I'm solid. I prepared the whole week and just go out there and have fun, man.
Hey, at least you didn't say what the other guys have saying. You're the second guy though, and actually the last couple of weeks that they have said they listen to Zen meditative music. I have a guy who told me that listens to slow jams.
Yeah, slow jams is 2000s R&B is undefeated, man. That's kind of my favorite little genre. But before games, like I said, it's kind of like to be in my own head, my own space. So,
what's your favorite go-to meal? Like what's the meal? What's your favorite meal?
Man, I love protein oatmeal. It's kind of this thing I make myself. I just have like the quick oats, do my scoop of quick oats, scoop of protein, some honey, some cinnamon, maybe some grass-fed butter, MCT oil, mix it all up, throw a couple fruits in there. That's kind of like my morning pre-workout kind of meal. I smash a lot of it. If it's nighttime and I don't know what to eat, I'll just make another thing of protein oatmeal. So I smashed that.
Well, no, it's funny you say oatmeal. Actually, someone actually got me hip to. I tried it the other day, and I didn't know if I was going to talk like these I'm probably going to say it wrong, but there's AK bowls.
Okay.
Those AK bowls that have like it's like protein. It's like almost like protein. It's got all the fruits and stuff laid on
Oh,
it.
the acai bowl, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Like
acai. I know I was
the
saying it wrong.
yeah, the
Son
acai bowls. Those are undefeated too, man. Those are great. I love those
so good.
post workout. Those are great.
Yeah, so good. You're right about that, man. Those are really good. If they were going to do a movie about you, who would play you in a movie?
Man, who would play me in a movie? That's funny, man. I don't know. That's a really, really good question. I mean, I'd like to play myself, I guess, but if I like a famous actor or something, like I like a Shia LaBeouf or like I don't know. That's a really good question, man. I'm trying to think of good actors like around my age. I don't know, I like to play myself, but
Hey, you ain't the only
you
one
know,
who's going to say that.
yeah.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Pizza topping. I'm not a huge pizza guy, but I like the meat lovers. If I'm gonna get a pizza, I like all the pepperoni, the sausage, the bacon bits, like all the meat type stuff on there. So that's probably my go-to. I'm not a huge pizza guy though, but if I were to do it, be a meat lovers for sure.
All right. So even though you're not a big pizza guy, I've been doing a poll with all the guys in the Black Diamond family,
Yeah.
and right now it's pretty close. So are you pro or con that pineapple is a pizza topping?
I knew that was coming. It's funny because my girlfriend's from Hawaii and she hates that they call it Hawaiian style pizza. She's like, it has nothing to do with Hawaii, so I don't know why they keep calling it Hawaiian style. But I'm not a big pineapple on pizza guy. I do like warm pineapples or grilled pineapples. That's different. Grilled pineapples are really good. But on pizza, it's just kind of not my thing. I'll eat it if it's there. I'm not very picky, but I'm not gonna order it myself. I'll say that much.
Yeah, actually, I had a friend of mine that takes grilled pineapple and he'll grill it on the grill alongside like brisket or ribs.
Yep.
Man,
Unbelievable.
game
It
changer.
gets a little bit of that juice in there. Yeah, it's good.
Game changer.
Mhm.
What's one word that best describes you?
I think relentless. You know, I've been relentless in my pursuits to be great, to chase these dreams. Relentless to separate myself from other people. I just want to be the best at everything I do. So I'm just not going to stop until I reach that pinnacle of whatever it is. And, my loyalty, hard work and stuff like that, everything it is just relentless. I'm just not going to stop. I don't take no for an answer. I'm just going to keep going and stay relevant and stay ready.
I like that. That's pretty cool. A lot of the guys that are watching this, some of these questions, I don't know if you could tell, are some of the high school kids that I did coach. So they came up with some of these questions.
Awesome. No worries. I love them.
Yeah. So the best part of the interview that they always look forward to is some of these guys are getting ready to go into their junior or senior years next year.
Absolutely.
And the transition, some of them are looking at big schools, especially, you played at a big school.
Yeah.
What's some advice that you would give these guys when making that transition from the high school to up to the next level?
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, respect the game. Don't go in there thinking that you're just going to come take somebody's spot, that you're just going to get this number and anything's going to be given to you. You got to respect the game, respect the people that have been there before you, and respect the people that are coming in after you. So that's the number one thing. Number two thing is find an older guy and go under his wing, man. Follow him around. Whoever you like and the best that go about their business that you want to emulate, find that guy. And for me, it was River Craycraft. He's currently on the 49ers. And man, I could talk for hours about his story and his work ethic, but that man helped shape me because when I got to Washington State, he took me under his wing the first day and took me out every time when they wouldn't throw, taught me all the plays, taught me all the signals, taught me all the ins and outs of the offense. And to this day, I train with him in the offseason when he's out here and all that stuff. And he's just a man that I like to follow because he's about his business. And so I would find a guy that's older and go under his wing. And then the last thing is just kind of put your head down and work, man. I mean, you gotta be able to go in there with a mindset of just what's given to me, I'm going to take. If you're good with a little, you're going to get a lot. So a little responsibility goes a long way. Be great at whatever the coaches give you and provide value. If that's special teams, if that's learn every position to fill in and give guys a break, whatever it is when you're new, man, you got to find a way to bring value to that team and stick around.
Great advice. Great advice. I have a lot of guys actually, in the past that have gone to the next level and either, come back and say, it wasn't for me. And it's like you said, they get there and they're no longer the big man.
Exactly. Everybody's the big man. And when you get there, and you you have to find it in yourself to fight those demons, man. I remember, I mean, long story short, my first day at Washington State, it was one-on-ones, and I've never been pressed in my entire life. And I didn't even get off the line the first like week because I've never learned press coverage. So, I mean, I remember calling my dad, like, dude, I don't know if this is for me. You know, those demons are coming into your head, battling, and it's tough, man. It's not for everybody, but you got to fight through those tough times, man, because when you weather the storm, you come out on the other side, great things happen. And I'm so thankful that I went through all these hardships to get to where I'm at, because it teaches you who you really are.
That's right. I mean, that's great words there. I mean, wow. That's pretty good.
Thank
so
you.
Guys are definitely going to be like, man. So the one question I kind of alluded, because I jumped right into that when I heard you talk about relentless, and I thought that was a good way to just jump into that. But what would you say is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal as like a person type, like who's my spirit animal as a person?
Just what kind of animal would represent you?
Animal, man. I was man, that's tricky. I mean, like a lot of cliche stuff is like the lion and, you know, the courage, and I understand that, but to me it's I don't know, man. I'm kind of a free spirit. Like I like to follow the path. Like I don't like to be, I'm a pack animal. I'd say like a wolf. Like I like to be in a pack, but I like to also create my own way and figure things out, in the sense of I have my squad and I'll be like, hop on this back, man. I'll lead it. You know, I kind of like to be the leader of the pack. And that's kind of how I always naturally been. I don't try too hard to lead. I feel like that role just kind of falls on me. So I'd probably say like a wolf and kind of lead that pack.
You know, I never knew what that meant until like literally like 2 years ago. I was watching National Geographics, and it was about wolves. And when they migrate and they move around, they actually put the strongest in the front,
Yep.
back.
Yes.
And the kids and the women all in the middle. It was crazy. I mean, I was like,
yeah,
wow.
it's strategy, man. It's strategy. And that's kind of how I play the game of football, in the sense of I know what I'm going to do before I do it. I have a plan of attack every time I come to the line. I check my triangle. I check the coverages. I know which hole I'm going to set it. I know which hole is going to be open. So that's kind of how they're about it. When they're going to hunt for food, they're like, we're doing this. You're going to lead them here. We're going to ambush them there. So that's kind of like the role I like to take on.
Now, I know that like you said, you started out at Washington State. You ended up in University of Nevada. So where's your favorite place to play?
Man, well, I can't lie, man. Pullman, Washington on a Saturday was rocking, man. I miss those games of it's funny, you come out at half, or you come out for pregame and you're warming up and it's decent. Man, as soon as you come out of that tunnel for game time, it's lit up, man. We got the Wazoo song playing, and that was awesome. And then I'll say my senior year at Nevada, we played in Eugene, we played Oregon. And that I never really realized, like when I was at Washington State, we played there and it was cool. But my senior year at Nevada, it was their first home game when school was in session. So, man, I remember the first third down, it got so loud. And that was the first time in a long time where I looked around and I took in the moment, like, man, we're playing at Oregon right now on national television, and not many people get to do this. So, just soaking in those moments. I'd say Pullman, and then Eugene was pretty cool too. But Pullman, Washington's up top for sure.
How about your least favorite place to play?
Least favorite. That's a good one. I don't know, man. We played in like San Jose during a fire, and it was pretty rough, man. My boy, my best friend Ethan was on the team too, and it was just such a weird game. I remember talking to him after the game. I was like, that was weird, man. Like there wasn't very many people. There was kind of a fire that day. We didn't know if we were gonna play, and that was kind of a weird situation. But I mean, I enjoy everywhere to go, man. You just kind of soak it in. Everybody's different. Everywhere's different. So.
Cool. So how would you say athletics made you a better student or worker?
Yeah. What I like to say is how you do anything is how you do everything. So what athletics has taught me is that the little things matter. You can't half-ass a warm-up or half-ass school and then expect to be a great football player. You have to do everything 100% attention, 100% effort. And to me, it's doing the little things right and then controlling what I can control. What this whole process has taught me, especially even, you know, coming out during the COVID year, having no pro day and not being able to get in front of scouts and stuff, it's taught me like that's out of my control. I can either sit here and give in and bend into my environment and break, or I can just create my own environment, control what I can control, and stay ready. So to me, it's just keeping the little things, staying consistent, and then just staying ready, because my whole life I've kind of just outlasted everybody else, if that makes sense. Like I'm always hanging around, and then it's like, all right, let's give Fossum a shot. And then I do what I do best and take opportunity and run with it. So you just got to stay ready. That's kind of what it's taught me, is do the little things right and stay ready.
I like that, man. Heck, my guys are going to get a lot of information off this. We like that interview. But I kind of
Me
had a
too.
feeling that I had a feeling this was going to probably be one of the interviews that was just going to be like, it's just going to pop.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
If you didn't play football, what sport would you be playing?
Ooh, so I was my first love was MMA when I was growing up. I got into MMA, jiu-jitsu and stuff when I was a kid, wrestling, all that stuff, and probably going to be a little bit of a backup plan when I'm done here, talking to one of my coaches, Coach Davis, and my uncles own a bunch of jiu-jitsu studios, so I get a lot of good work. But then baseball, I was a left-handed pitcher my whole life, so I committed to Washington State out of high school to play both. The baseball coach got fired, so I ended up not playing. I went to Nevada where I knew Coach Bruce, the head baseball coach from high school. And I had two high school teammates that played on the team. So I walked on at Nevada, played for a little bit there, ended up kind of messing my elbow up a little bit. So I went back to football. But if I was all healthy and everything went well, probably baseball. And then at the end of this, probably want to try to get in the octagon a little bit and see what I can do. But so MMA and baseball is probably what I'd go with.
Actually, one of the guys that I met that now that actually just stuck out and hit in my head that you remind me of, that I actually met him, Uriah Faber.
Oh yeah, he's badass, man. I'm actually a huge Team Alpha Male fan, which is his
Right.
his gym. And Cody No Love is a fighter, Cody Garbrandt, that's always down here in Newport Beach and stuff in South County, and he's a Sacramento Team Alpha Male guy. So I love that. That sport's badass, man. All you have is your training, your preparation. When they lock that door, it's you and another man who's coming out alive. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. The very first Arnold Classic that I went to, I got pictures with him, Frank Mir, and Randy Couture.
Yeah, great. Yeah, those are the OGs, man. The OGs.
Yeah, I was. Someone could have slapped me in the face, and I would I still had an awesome time
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I almost got Cain Velasquez, but man.
Yeah, Cain Velasquez. Those are the OGs, man. Those are the guys that built the game up.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an entourage, and I wasn't running up on him.
Yeah. It's tough. Those guys are always so down to earth, though, man. They're so humbled and down to earth. They're good people.
Now, my friend, on the other hand, he did run him down, and I was like, this is not going to end pretty. So we all kind of sat there, like, waiting to see the outcome. But no, he ended up being pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kaleb, what do you have coming up? What's coming up in I know we just started 2021. What do you got in your horizon? Anything upcoming? Anything that you're working on? Anything? Charitable events? Any combines? Any showcases? Anything that you got coming up that you want to talk about?
So I just signed to the Frisco Fighters in the IFL. So whenever that's supposed to go public, I mean, I don't know. But so I signed there. I'm still open, trying to see if CFL teams or NFL obviously opens up and got camps or whatever before I head up there to Frisco. So seeing that, but I'm just training, staying ready. I have my own business that me and my best friend started during quarantine last year. It's called the Uncommons. So we're looking for ways to do kind of some charity stuff through that. I coach youth, I coach middle school, I coach high school football out here. I train people. So I'm just staying around the game, staying busy, trying to bring my own business up, but also, I want to play football. So I'm very excited that I signed with, Frisco, and just looking for opportunities to play the game, man. And I'm very, very excited.
Awesome, man. That's awesome stuff. I'm glad to hear about that. Like, honestly, I said it before and I'll say it again. Like, as soon as I saw your name that she had signed you, I was like, Brandy. And she was like, why are you so excited? I was like, do you know who you just signed? I was like, I know the name. I know that guy. I don't know him. I said, but I followed him. I watched him in college. And she's like, so this is a good one. I was like, yeah. She's like, you've never called me about a guy. And I was like, I know. I was like, but when I saw you get signed, I said, I had to call you. I was like, so yeah, I'm excited that you're part of the family. So
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm humbled and honored, man, to be a part of the family, and that you seen me play before and support me, man. That means a lot. It really does.
I appreciate that, man. Again, and I'm wishing you the best. And you got a great support group of people behind you that are rooting for you. I know I am. I mean, like I told you, everything I've told you, none of that's BS, man. It's straight up. Like, I'm wishing you the best. If anybody's, like I said, worthy of getting a shot at either the CFL or the NFL, it's definitely you.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, I'm going to wish you the best on all that, and continue to root for you. Now that I have your contact information, I'll slide you a message here and there just to check up on you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I tell, once I come into contact with people, it becomes family, man. And my phone's always open to, high school kids or clients or anybody that, and I appreciate the support or any questions or anything. And You know, and again, I'd like to thank Brandy and Andrea and the whole Black Diamond firm from just, you know, believing in me, signing me. And it's been amazing so far. I mean, I think I've been signed for like 3 weeks and we've made tremendous moves. And she's about her business, man. When I called her and talked to her, she's like, I'm not going to lie, I'm the real deal. And I was like, I love confidence. I love that. So, you know, it was a done deal for me. So I'm very, very excited to be a part of this family and see where this goes.
Awesome, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to see what 2021 brings everyone. I'm just glad
Absolutely.
that you're part of the family. So again, man, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, continued success. Hopefully I can maybe I get a chance to come out to California sometime, get a game.
Hell yeah. Absolutely, man. That'd be awesome, man. I really appreciate you having me on and taking the time to talk to me. It means a lot to me. So yeah, man, whenever you're around or if I'm in Frisco or you're here, wherever I'm about, if people hit me up, I'm always down to get together and do whatever we got to do.
All right, man. Sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for coming on. Stay safe, continue grinding, and I'll be in contact with you soon.
Sounds great, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night.
All right, you too now. Thank you.
One love.
All right. All right. That was my man, Kaleb Fossum. Great interview. I'm telling you guys, like, I've been watching college football for a while and watch him play. When he was at Washington State, he played both years, freshman and sophomore years, and then he finished his career out at University of Nevada, and now he's looking for an opportunity in the CFL, NFL. I don't think I even have to put into words that he's a stud. I mean, people have seen him play. He's a great athlete, and by the tell of this conversation, sounds like a great guy. So you guys need to call him up, get him on the roster. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me tonight. It's been a long day, and it's time for me to get some rest, watch the next game that's coming up, or it probably already started, but go out there and watch a little bit of this game before I got to call it a night. Anyway, that'll do it for me tonight. Like I said, you only fail when you stop trying. For me and Black Diamond Sports Podcast, have a good night. Talk to you soon.